everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, and since this is going to be a longer video of mine, I strongly encourage you to grab your favorite blanket, favorite drink, or snack to enhance your viewing experience. But right before we do dive in, if you like what you see, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing because it just makes me happy. But now that that's all out of the way, hello all. I have not made a video yet this week, but I've been working very hard on this build because as you probably saw in the beginning clips, it turned out to be huge. It actually, as you can see, even just with the shell, it filled the entire lot, which honestly is not that crazy now that I'm thinking about it because, and I don't know if I'm going to explain this very well, but for this build, I was heavily inspired by those large city buildings in France that you can see in pictures and like videos of the Eiffel Tower, if that makes sense. Like, it's sort of that central area of Paris that I've seen in media. I've never been to Paris or France or out of the United States, but I'm not so sure of the specific style of the kind of building, even though I did take AP Art History and I studied all the types of architecture. I really should remember all that stuff, oh gosh. But anyway, today's speed build is actually going to be part of my Willow Creek save file. Since it's very fancy, very grand, it's going to go along with the equestrian storyline, and for this specific neighborhood, I really want it to be just as fancy as possible. I've always just had that feeling with it because of the little park with the fountain and the fancy hedges. I love it so much. And then I think on the other side is the chess and playground equipment, but it's still fancy looking to me as well. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or, talked about, but I think that the pink cherry blossom trees or whatever they may be in Willow Creek and wherever else they are just enhance the game, okay? If there's a pink tree, it makes everything so much better. I feel the same way about Animal Crossing. If there's a pink tree, oh my gosh, I'll play the game forever, which is why I love Willow Creek. I'm not kidding. I mean, if it was all green, what would we do? I don't know what I would do. But I knew that I would love this build in the end because when I started to record, the idea flew out of me and just was suddenly in the game. But to be fair, the shape of this building isn't very complex. Like, as you can see, it's just a big square with some diagonals and then a few bump outs. I like to call them bump outs. I don't know what they would be, like little jutting bits on the building? I don't know. But here I am, just adding some pillars. I love these, oh boy, like retail windows. You wouldn't use those for a house. Those are only for retail buildings. And I think that I'm going to get a lot of use out of those. But as you just saw, which annoyed me too, don't you worry, whenever I tried to edit that ceiling, the half wall sort of situation that I made, it got rid of every single of those like faux windows, those fake windows on the top, and every time I replaced them thinking that I wasn't going to edit the building again. And of course I did, because I'm me. Are you kidding me? Of course I was going to do that. I also end up getting rid of those flower boxes, so I'm sorry if you like them. I didn't, okay? But, in terms of residents, and I know I usually get into who lives here a little bit later on in the voiceover, but you know what? I have no idea who lives here, okay? I made sort of, if you want to download this and you want to edit your own families and put your own families and Sims inside, I made it empty on the inside. I did not furnish each apartment. There ends up being 4. I don't know if I mentioned that. There's 4 apartments in this building. I don't even think I mentioned that it was an apartment building. I'm so sorry. It is a residential rental with shared spaces that include a gym and a cafe. And I thought that was so, genius, okay? And I know that this speed build is sort of you know, slimmed down to 45 minutes about, I think it ends up being. But, oh my gosh, when I say I cut out so much of just me looking at this floor plan and just not knowing what to do, because I had to have the entrance on that front side because it was awkward on the other side. And then there was just so much space over there, and then I decided later on to put a gym, and best idea ever, okay? Because you don't need any employees or anything for a gym. It's a pretty common space in apartments, I do believe. That might be hotels. I've never lived in an apartment building, so correct me if I'm wrong. But I thought that it would be really awesome to have a gym in a residential rental because it can be a shared space without an employee. Now, as for the cafe, you will need the mod to automatically hire someone to work the, what's it called? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's the counter, the cafe counter. I don't know, the coffee cart, the espresso machine, you know, the get-together machine. You need a person to work that, unless your sim can work it. But, you know, that's not a very fun part. But I also included a grill and some vending machines out back with a little sitting area that is it's right next to that path, so your sims can go out the back door and go for a little jog or a run or a bike ride, which I thought was really cool. I did make these apartments family friendly. What I mean by that is I just added as many rooms as possible, and not really considering, you know, I have this sort of idea that the primary bedroom is supposed to be the biggest, which it usually is, but even in my house, where my bedroom is, it's bigger than what's supposed to be the primary bedroom with that big bathroom, you know? But that's just, I don't know, it just varies. So I tried my best to sort of go that route, and since there's 4 apartments and 4 floors, I do 2 penthouses, which means just one whole floor for that one household, which I thought would be easier because I wouldn't really want to look, if I'm playing, you know, I'm thinking about me, obviously I'm being selfish. If I'm playing, I wouldn't want to see the neighbor's, you know, shaded out house or shaded out room next to me, which, yes, that does kind of happen in the city living stuff, but it also kind of doesn't. It's kind of hidden. If you know what I'm talking about, then I love you, honestly. I struggle with these stairs and the layout, but I love this place. I get to use some of my favorite custom content, and let me tell you guys this. I was working on this for about 4 days this week, and I think yesterday was the day of the huge base game update, and I was so nervous because I was halfway through building this, and I get a notification, not a notification, sorry, I saw a stream of someone going through all of the new items, and I didn't even know that it was that day. I didn't even know it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It's either that or the day before, because today is the 19th when all the packs came out, which I'll get into later. I have a cool story to share, but hopefully someone will remind me, named Lauren. But I completely lost my train of thought. Oh my gosh, the update. Yes, I was so afraid that the update would ruin my game and I wouldn't be able to make this video or finish this build, let alone, you know? And it ended up being okay. For some reason, my BB gal, I don't know how to say that, but it's BBYGYAL, I believe. She makes awesome custom content, a lot of recolors, and for whatever reason, all of her custom content items for me disappeared or did that weird like ombre, blue, purple, green, question mark, ombre, you know, broken CC sort of thing. So I freaked out a little bit, and then I went through the if you've watched my other videos, you know that I like to do saved rooms with all of my favorite decoration items. So I placed one of those down just to test to see if any of that stuff was broken, because I was really nervous about if I was going to be able to use any of my custom content for this build, because, I mean, what fun is Sims if I can't break my computer in the process, you know? But it ended up being okay, like I said, and as you can see, it ends up being awesome. I also end up making the gym bigger, making the space on the outside of the lot smaller, but still. I also apologize for the amount of jumping around. I cannot sit still in one place. I can't look at a corner and know exactly what needs to go there. Okay? So if I see a vending machine while I'm looking for a washing machine, and then I go to a place where the vending machine might be, it's just my nature, okay? I can't, for example, if I'm looking in the gym, you cannot force me to find things for the gym. These are the yoga mats, by the way, that broke. They were good one day, and then I had to switch them the next day. Same with a little coffee cup in the cafe. Broke. Don't know why. Really random, honestly. I don't know what kind of texture could have affected that, but clearly the creator used a texture that was updated, which is okay, you know. I'm sure, I'm gonna butcher the name again, BB Gyal? I don't know. Very sorry. I love your custom content if you're watching this, but stressful. I was really nervous. I don't know if I'm really getting that across, but I was really scared that all of my custom content was going to go down the drain. Anyway, since I'm still talking about the update, and since it is the 19th, well, now it's the 20th because it's late, okay? But I won a contest, which I've never won a contest before. And on TikTok, my handle is Lauruu, by the way, Lauruu. It's also in the description if you want to go check it out, please. But I was scrolling on TikTok, as I usually do, and I follow Simming Shannon on TikTok. You probably know her. She's very popular in the space. But she posted a video about a little shell builds contest, and I've never seen that, let alone, you know, done one. And I was really intrigued. I wasn't doing much. I was a little bit uninspired. I was really nervous about the fact that my game might break because of the update, and just, I was nervous, okay? So I decided to take on the task, and I built a little nursery with this funky looking shape, but I think I know exactly what made me win this contest, okay? I was a genius, and I used my little brain, and I used curtains where there wasn't a wall to make a new room, if that makes sense. Like, you couldn't add walls or change anything, so I put curtains in a space where there could be a door. Does that make sense? Picture those beads that people hang in their doorways from, what, the 90s? Maybe the 2000s? I mean, I've been in houses where there's beads. So fun, by the way. But that's what I'm talking about. Like a room divider, but it's curtains. And I did that for a little nursery. And I won. And I wonder if that's what made me win by. Because I wasn't watching the stream. I'm sure there was a stream because she said in the comments of the little video that there would be a stream, and I really wanted to watch it. I just missed it, I guess, and I really would have loved to see people talk about me and, you know, whatever consensus there was for me to win. I don't even know if there was a stream. I'm just assuming. But she texted me late tonight at like 10 p.m. a couple hours ago saying that I won. And I was taken aback, obviously. Like, I just stumbled upon it. And the prize is, since I didn't even explain the rules. You could choose to make a nursery or a little artist's room with the shell that she provided, and I chose to make a nursery because there's more baby items than art items, I felt. So I thought that a nursery would be easier. But now there's more artist items. I actually don't know which kit I won, but it's one of the two. I'm pretty sure it's a nursery since I made a nursery, but that was, I guess, the part of the rules, you know, for which of the two packs that you could win. I'm not so sure. I have not opened my game yet, but I did receive the code, which is so sweet. And if you're watching this, thank you so much. I've never won anything before, and it's so awesome. And I was just so excited to see that. I told my whole family. It was so awesome. This is the little area that I'm talking about. Okay, as soon as you add a bush and a little tree and a little umbrella, you can transform any space. I say that to everybody who's questioning me, okay? If you don't know what to do, slap down some patio, like tiles, you know, some benches, some outdoor tables and chairs, and an umbrella, and you have a little pavilion. Adorable. And then I added these little benches. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This, I don't know what these are called, but while I was putting these chairs down, it's making me remember this, what I was thinking. I think I decide to call this cafe the Calico Cafe. No reason, really. For some reason, these chairs just remind me of the Calico Critters, the little umbrella and chairs. I think it's the way that the wood is colored. If you know what I'm talking about, the little not Sullivan. Is it Sullivan family? They used to have a different name, right? No, Calico Critters. Whatever. Calico Critters proper. I have all the houses. Oh my gosh. Adorable little things. Every time I go into Barnes & Noble's in the toy section and I see them, I want to buy all of them. I want to buy the little triplets in the little case. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I thought that those little chairs and umbrella and whatever look like Calico Critters furniture. I grew up on those toys, so trust me. I know what they look like. And so I just decided to call it Cafe Calico. Let me know down below what you think. I also think that the little sign that I ended up putting there kind of can pass as Calico. If The Sims ever watches this video, I need more retail signs. I need cute signs, I need bakery signs, I need gym signs, I need jewelry store signs, I need all of the variants. I need a men's suit store sign, I need a dress sign, I need a wedding dress shop sign, I need a formal attire dress sign, okay? I need a summer sign, I need a swimsuit sign, I need a beach sign. I'm sorry, I could ask for millions, okay? But since they just gave us an update, you know, I guess I'll wait for what happens next year. I hope you guys are actually excited about the Life and Death pack. Is that what it's called? I'm really hoping for funerals. I'm just hoping that they don't give some crazy deaths, right? Because I have lost horrible saves from rage quitting after someone dies from hysterically laughing or being angry. Is that one of the deaths? It makes me angry, okay? It makes me rage quit because I didn't ask for that. I'm supposed to play God here. That's the whole point. And so for Sims to kill them when I didn't even ask, that's just crazy. But if I do decide that a Sim dies from old age or maybe a disease or a sickness, because, you know, I like to play morbid, I just think a funeral would be great. You know, if I'm playing in my free time, I'll call it a party and then make my family members wear black and then they just go outside and grieve. But if there was an event type, like the wedding, I mean, actually, no, because everyone knows what happened when the wedding pack dropped. Oh my god. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was mayhem. Everything broke. No one wanted to play. I remember, that's crazy actually, that I remember that. I also remember the day that the horse pack came out. I don't know if I've talked about this on here yet, but my dream as a person is to have a farm with 2 or 3 horses, okay? Talking Clydesdales, or Mustangs. One of the two. Okay? I don't care which, just give me them, okay? But anyway, I love horses. I've only ever been near horses a handful of times. I've gotten on a horse when I was younger. Not even really though, like pony rides in fairs and stuff and like school events. And then I took riding lessons when I was probably, not gonna lie, 8 years old. And then the most recent time I was with a horse was terrible. It was at a rodeo in Montana. We went to Montana, and there was a rodeo, and I love animals, so seeing that just made me really upset. So I left the rodeo, and when I was going back to the car, there was a trailer open with a horse inside. Not even inside, just sort of sticking outside of it, just tied up to the side. And I sat there with the horse for the rest of the time. And I probably sound like a big nerd, like talking about my love for horses. But, people love anime. People love what they love. And I love horses. I haven't even been around them for long enough for someone to call me a horse girl. So I'm not really afraid to talk about my love for horses. I think they're beautiful. I think they're so intelligent. I think that it is crazy that an animal can die because they can't throw up. I think about that fact a lot. That horses just can't throw up. They'll die. And maybe that was a hoax when I was a kid that's just stuck with me. But I think about that all the time. At any rate, I love horses. And so when the horse pack dropped, let me tell you, I had that on my calendar. I had that on our family Alexa, okay? I had that in my my reminders. I had a hourly timer going off that day. And when I sat down at 12 a.m. to download the pack and play with it, I got an aura. And I don't know if I'm being too, personal. I don't really mind, though. I get auras because of, I guess it's like, it's not hormones. It probably is, but I'm fine. I just get auras. And if you don't know what an aura is, I don't know how to explain it. So, sorry about that. I'll try my best, actually. Hold on. It's basically when a spot in your vision, for me, it's when a spot in my vision looks like CD static almost, and it sort of cuts out that part of my vision. So if I'm looking at a TV and there's a man on the TV and I'm looking straight at him and my aura is pretty progressed, I can't see the man on the TV, or I can't see his chin to his torso, and then it just grows and grows and grows, and they usually last for me about 30 minutes, but the last couple times that I've had them, including the night of the horse pack drop, they are followed by severe migraines. I'm talking life or death. I would choose death. Migraines. Like, just piercing pain where I can't look at a screen. Thankfully not nauseous, though. I'm thankful about that. It's just like I can't look at anything or be near anything. It makes my teeth hurt, sort of headache. And that happened on the night of the Horse Ranch release. And I was so distraught. Sorry, I had to. That came so naturally. It was just a perfect little joke. But I was so upset, and I was just so sad. So the next day, sometimes I have residual headache from migraine, and I'll just have headaches for the next few days after a big migraine where I need to lie down on the cold floor. And I didn't play for a few days, but I did end up playing the game, and I really love the horses. I spent so many hours, like the week and month that it came out, just making horses, playing with them. I went through the whole gameplay, which I don't usually do. Let me tell you, I don't think I've ever used the doctor career to its full potential, or the law career, or the astronaut career. I need to, though. And I actually am planning on starting a gameplay sort of deal where I'm going to make YouTube videos, of course, but I'm also going to be streaming, okay? I have found my recent love for stream, and my Twitch is down below. I don't remember the username as of currently, but my username is down below if you would like to go check it out, because I tend to stream after school hours, after work hours. Sorry for my kitten's bell. If he jumps up here, I can't stop him. But what was I talking about? The the horse ranch pack, or the... No, I don't know. Anyway, looking at this, actually, looking at the cafe reminds me of what I was watching while building, and I was actually watching Grey's Anatomy, which I've seen probably 12 times, but I haven't seen past probably season 14, honestly. It's been quite a while. No, I've seen up until wherever Link comes on. I think I like him. I don't remember because I'm currently in the earlier seasons. And spoiler alert, I watched the episode where he proposes to her in the elevator. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Sorry if I just spoiled it for you, but it's been out for so many years. But I had to take a little break to sob because I forgot that that was coming in the episode. Sorry about that. My kitten's on my desk now. But I had to take a break to cry because I was not expecting that to happen. You know, I always know when House of Candles is coming because I will sit down and watch part 1 and part 2 of the House of Candles episodes every single time, okay? They're perfect in their own way. If I could have a tattoo of the House of Candles on my body, I would. And you could say, oh my god, she's crazy. She likes horses and she likes Grey's Anatomy too much. No, I don't think so. I think I like it a normal amount. I haven't seen it in a year. It's just like a comfort show. And sometimes I get sick of it. I'm like, oh my god, they're fighting again? Like, they broke up again? Like, it could that can work for so many people, too. They just cannot keep these people together. And I understand that, you know, movies have, you know, at least rom-coms, have, like, a one-way relationship. Like, they meet, they fall in love, they break up, and then they're together. Sometimes they don't need to break up. But, you know, in Grey's Anatomy, they have to break up, like, 6 times to stretch it out. And I'm pretty happy with the way that they managed to do it, besides the whole Rose bit. Like, I think having Addison be there, also spoiler, whatever, okay? But, you know, having Addison be part of it was pretty important, to me at least. But then another woman, like Rose, no. I think including Sydney was hilarious. I will always love that. Making him, like, date Sydney for an episode, hilarious. And since I recently watched it, I thought about it for, like, way too long. She said, I don't care if he dates Sydney, I just care about who he dates after. Which kind of hit me really hard for some reason. Like, no, I don't care about who you're dating right now. I care about who you're dating after, because that means it'll be serious. It's not just you trying to get over me, it's you trying to move on and, like, love again. Because it's one thing to just end it and then want to forget about it for a little while, and then it's a whole other pancake to sorry, I saw that. Oh, they're not those are cookies, not pancakes. I'm sorry. I was just trying to be silly. That did not that didn't work in my favor. Oh, you know what I just thought of, actually? Looking at those cups made me think of Heartstopper. I'm not going to talk about this for too long, because we're here for The Sims. But you're also here for me, kind of, right? The Season 3 of Heartstopper comes out in 2 weeks now. I could not be more excited, sad, scared, nervous. I'm just all around so happy, okay? I've discovered Heartstopper last August when Season 2 came out, and it changed my life forever. I will think of them forever. I don't think I've ever had a celebrity crush as hard as Kit Connor. There's something about him that has me just so in love. Like, I make my bulletin boards for each month, and I just decorate them with, stuff, and I put pins and just fun things, and I collect everything from the month, and I put it on my pin board. It's really awesome. It's actually a cork board. I don't know if I said cork board, but for the past, 10 months, a picture of Kit Connor has been on it, and I refuse to remove him, because he's a constant, okay? My corkboard is a direct reflection of who I am as a person, so Kit Connor has to be on there. I'm sorry, and if you agree with me, please tell me down below, because none of my friends agree with me on that, and I wish they did, okay? Now I'm going to talk about the build for a little bit. I am sorry I'm talking about shows and stuff, but, I'm a consumer, so I will consume, and I will talk about it till I'm blue in the face. Or red in the face. Whoopsie. I cut out a whole bunch of me putting in those railings that you just saw on the stairs because it was boring. I showed you for a second, but I'm not gonna show you everything because it was boring as hell, okay? But I also cut out a whole bunch of me decorating each lobby for each floor. I put pretty much the same sort of couch, chair, coffee table, lamp, carpet situation on each floor. I also did this. What I'm doing right now is something that I love to do because my mom does it in our houses, the houses that we've had growing up. We have these side tables with pictures or mirrors above. It's mostly mirrors for my mom, and I'm not kidding. We probably have 6 of these. I call it a key table, and it would probably be in the beginning of the house, and I put my shoes underneath the table and my keys on top, a candle, it's where you put your fresh flowers. It's what people see when they enter. But for my mom, there has to be one on every single free wall, including the hallways, okay? So that's what we have, and most of them have lamps, a mirror, fake flowers that you put your little Halloween, Christmas decorations up. It works. So I like to do those in The Sims whenever I can, because it's like I'm doing it for my mom, because, I live in a suburban household where we have a lot of Pottery Barn furniture and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. But if you know what I'm talking about, please let me know. If your mom or whoever does that with the tables and the mirrors. Because I don't know if that's just me or where I've lived growing up. Just let me know. This actually, you're probably like, what are you building right now? This is a little break room I made for the workers at the cafe. It's also for if you're thirsty, hungry, you need coffee after the gym, you can just come grab it here. I thought that it would be really convenient. And the laundry is actually what I like to call an emergency laundry, because if someone is upstairs in the apartments and they just need to do their laundry, you've got a emergency laundry right there, and a fridge and a coffee maker. I'm sorry the whole room is so monochrome. Monochrome? Sorry. But I just thought that it would be I liked it pretty matchy-matchy. I added the little fun pop of color. We're in the final, or home stretch, everybody. This is actually where I've started to do the basic amount of furnishings for each apartment. There are 4 apartments, like I said before, 2 penthouses, and 2 apartments in the middle floor. It's not really a middle floor, but in terms of the apartment floors, it's in the middle. So there's a top penthouse and a bottom penthouse. Now, notice how I matched the green tile to the cafe. Why did you do this? Well, this is the only family that I really planned out in my head, but not even names, not even anything, okay? I just thought that this family would own the cafe downstairs. I think I said that already. Maybe they own the gym too. Maybe they own the building. Maybe it's the landlord. But this is a family apartment, and they own the cafe. And that's really all there is to it, you know? I love how light and white and bright it is. I do that a lot in here because it's a white building. If I'm gonna do a dark gothic style building, I'll add some more black wallpapers or black wood paneling or even some gray or blue even. But for this one, I wanted to stick to what I know, stick to what I love, which is just, you know, all of the wood is white. The refrigerator and the matching stove is white. I believe it's supposed to be a Viking. I could be totally off, but I think they're so beautiful. And for some reason, in real life, stainless steel with white cabinets looks fine, but then in The Sims, it just looks wrong. And so why would I force myself to make the fridge, you know, look like metal when I could just have it look fun? And then here I did my favorite trick, which is to use the Get to Work tiny fence to section off what isn't a room, but is kind of a room. And then here I'm a genius, as per usual. I size down the islands and then put chairs on them and then size them down some more. I kind of messed up there, but if you understand what I'm saying, thank you. These islands that match those countertops, they don't actually function, and you can't put a chair in them, so I have to do it myself, and I do that twice for these. And then all the bathrooms are matching as much as possible, you know, including showers and stuff. I end up doing a lot of back and forth, like through floors. I cut that out for you so that you wouldn't get dizzy. But here I was actually building this today. I was finishing up all of the apartments today, and today is the 19th. I mean, it's not the 19th anymore, but it was the 19th. And I watched the Menendez story on Netflix, the Monsters show, and oh my gosh, was it good. I mean, Dahmer was really good. You know, obviously creepy, obviously horrible. You know, the topics that they cover are scary and crazy and just totally heartbreaking. You know, the whole situation is just, it's a lot. And I watched that while I was building these final pieces, and it brought me right back to when Dahmer came out and everyone was talking about it, and you just sort of relive those monsters, literally. But I think that, you know, it's important to bring those things back up again, even if they're hard to talk about or hard to look at. You know, I found myself like literally gasping or with my mouth open because I knew nothing about them. I mean, I knew some things, you know, but since I was born in the 2000s, the early 2000s, I wasn't really, you know, sentient yet, so I didn't know anything about what was going on. And even then, like, I was too far gone to know anything about it, really. But I'll stop talking about that. I think you should watch it if you like sort of unsettling things, because we all know how unsettling Dahmer was. I mean, personally, it was so unsettling. I couldn't watch it half the time, but I really did enjoy the Menendez brothers story, and I'm probably going to find a documentary to watch about it, because I don't want to just use the information that Netflix, the show, gave me, because it's, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that I want to get, like, a documentary perspective, if that makes sense. But, yeah. A little thing that I did today, just because, we're almost done, I actually went out and I got a brand new blanket, which I'm using right now because my room is typically freezing. And I went to TJ Maxx and I got an awesome, like, fake, it looks plaid, but it's not. It's like a beige gray plaid. And it's, if you know what Barefoot Dreams is, I feel like everyone knows what Barefoot Dreams is. It's just like that. And it's a little smaller of a blanket, but it wasn't $100, so I'm happy, okay? I also got a candle. It's going right now. I hope that you're in your bedroom cozied up with your favorite snack and your favorite blanket and a candle going. Because what else is September for, okay? September is the precursor, not what I was going to say, of autumn. Because I'm pretty sure autumn starts in September. I don't know. I'm also concerned about when the clocks change, because I don't know if that's soon or not. It doesn't affect me at all, but it kind of does in my mental, because I'll either lose or gain an hour. I can never remember. If you can remember whether or not we gain or lose an hour, congratulations. And I mean that, with my full heart, my full chest. Congratulations to you. That's just really impressive. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've talked about this apartment yet. I was working on it. Very brown, sorry. And then working on I was working on both of them simultaneously, honestly. Also, sorry if I'm slurring my words. It's pretty late. I also forgot that is supposed to be a family bathroom, or both of these are supposed to be family bathrooms, because I could only fit one. I didn't realize how big I was making the living spaces, so I had to sort of cut back and dial down. But, also I need to bring this up because it's very important to me. Whenever I'm building in residential rentals, I usually don't make the rooms or, make the lot type residential rental until last minute, because the glitching is crazy. Or not glitching, just lagging. It just lags like crazy. If I want to place a wall on a residential rental, forget about it. If I want to place a custom content vase of flowers, forget about it. It'll take an hour for it to place, and that could be my bad, okay? Because I don't have a PC. What do I have? I'm not telling you. That's a secret. I'll never tell. I just, I don't think that... I just totally lost what I was talking about. Oh boy. If you couldn't tell, I really love these countertops. They're so amazing. And these cabinets. Oh my gosh. It's just so awesome. And then this, mock Smeg fridge. Beautiful. Matches the Viking stove. Beautiful. I love it all. Here I didn't make an island accessible here, because in smaller homes, and I had this when I was growing up in one of our first houses, it's just a table in the middle, and it's usually, I think ours was from IKEA. It's just like a butcher block on wood, and ours was on wheels, and you just put it in the middle, and it can be where you put your groceries. It's where you cook. It's where you conglomerate. That's not the word. It's where you come together, okay? Everyone comes together on the rolling IKEA cart for the kitchen. That isn't an island, but you're too poor for an island, so you have to make one from IKEA furniture. Oh boy. Me with my IKEA bookshelves around me. I mean, the Billy bookcase is just amazing. She's that girl, for real. I'm using the same cabinets and stuff again. I really didn't need to include this, but if you're still here watching, I'm so thankful to you. Please do consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment, because I need some I need feedback, okay? I need you to tell me what you want to see, what I can improve on, and what you like, okay? I hope and pray that your Sims love this build as much as I do, okay? And now, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I hope you are excited about fall. And yeah, go enjoy the rest of your day. I love you so much. Bye!